What can be done to attract the youth voter? What can be done to say young people must go and register to vote? Because now we've seen young people are not going to register to vote. There's too much apathy. What can be done to make this thing attractive to the young voter?
Thank you very much. I think the most important thing that I've been saying for the past 1.5 years has been that the opposition and the opposition leader, Nelson Chamisa, needs to mount an official voter registration campaign. Nelson Chamisa is the most charismatic politician in this country, the most popular politician amongst young people and even elderly people like myself. Um, and without him going at the front to say, look, this is now our official voter registration. We need to go out there and register to vote. Is going to be the same story of apathy. I see that the opposition has been defensive and saying that Nelson Chamisa has been talking about voter registration, and the spokesperson for the opposition, Fadzai Mahere, was posting on Saturday that Chamisa has been talking about these things at every event, but that's not an official voter registration campaign. What it entails to have an official voter registration campaign is to have some kind of event which kickstarts it. And then you target specific areas that you look at data and you say, for instance, in Mzilikazi, the X amount of people, this is how we need to do it. So Nelson Chamisa is followed by 1.1 million people. That's a lot of people, you know, and they want to hear messages of hope. And he will be able to say, this week we are in Mzilikazi, we are in Shabalala, we are in all these areas in Blawayo. You'll be able to say in Harare this week we are in Kambuzuma, we are in Kuwadzana, we are in Warren Park, we are in Tinwald, and there is a big diaspora out there. Always they ask me, what can we do to help? And I've suggested that what these people can do to help is for Triple C to set up a diaspora fund for voter registration, and people are willing to contribute. So you take this money, that's the money you use to hire trucks to bring these people into town so that they can get registered. And there are some people that are willing to provide their own trucks that are sympathetic to the pro-democracy cause. They can provide their trucks, but you take money from this fund and you buy diesel and you move these young people. You cannot say you have an official registration, voter registration campaign when you don't even know how people are getting there. People are struggling. I went there yesterday. There are a lot of people, and most of them were saying, "Oh, I just managed to get this money, and I've not been able to register. I don't have any more money. I don't think I'll be coming back." And I just happened to have a little bit of money on me, and I was helping some of them. But these are the things that are supposed to be institutionalized by the opposition. It is Nelson Chamisa, his MPs and councillors that want power. They want to be voted for. They have to work for it. To simply say that we have been doing this, we are talking about voter registration, it doesn't cut. It needs to be institutionalized. It needs to be official. You need to have a fund that helps these young people to go out and vote. Now, the statistics are startling. Between 2018 and last year, about 1.8 million people, youngsters, had turned 18. And between 2018 and now, according to the statistics that Pachede has posted, about 2.9 million people have turned 18. And according to ZEC's own statistics, less than 200 have registered to vote, and over 100,000 people have been removed from the voters' roll because they've died or something like that, and which means essentially only 100,000 people have registered to vote since 2018, and that's a bad figure for Nelson, because Nelson would win an election at any given time. But what he needs to overcome is the rigging machine that is used by ZANU PF. That rigging machine requires Nelson Chamisa and Triple C to have at least 1 million extra votes registered between 2018 and today, or July, when the election happens. Those 1 million votes are the votes that are going to mitigate rigging. If you look at Zambia, they did the same thing. They set up a voter registration campaign. They managed to register at least 1 million. And if you look at the difference, the variance between the vote by President Hichilema and the vote by the former President Lungu, it was exactly 1 million votes. Had President Hichilema failed to register those 1 million votes, he wouldn't be president today. Lungu would have easily rigged, but the figure was so difficult to rig. If you go back to 2008, it was the same scenario where the figure was too big for ZEC to rig. They couldn't rig. It took them 1 month sitting on a result. And that's what Nelson Chamisa and Triple C need to understand and need to do. If they don't do that, it will be the same old story. The election is rigged, and you go to court, Malaba pronounces that Mnangagwa is the president, and that's the end of story. You wait for